You know what? Let's turbo a 370Z. Alright, I didn't want to make a video out of this, but this is gonna turn out into a series of many videos, and it's a cool project. So let me show you what I got here. So up here on the lift, we got a 370Z that we're doing a rear mount turbo. As you can see, I'm very ahead of myself here. I wasn't planning on recording this like I just said, but it's coming out good, so I figure I should show you guys what we got going on here. So this is a GT35 turbo, rear mounted. So you can see you got the whole exhaust coming from over there. You got the white pipe right there, turns this into a single comes through here into the turbo, and then we got the wastegate pipe up here. This is gonna have dual exhaust, so one exhaust is gonna be from the turbo, the other one is gonna come right out of the wastegate over here, go into a 3-inch and out the exhaust. And I'm working on the intercooler pipes. So you can see it's gonna have to go over the exhaust over here, all the way through, and then up there. And then we got a Z1 adapter here for the oil return, and the oil feed is out of here on a sandwich adapter. And then we also have the oil pump. But yeah guys, so this thing has got stock headers, by the way. It's just test pipes, but the headers are 100% stock. It does have a stage 2 or 3 clutch in there that should be able to hold 500 torque. I don't think we're gonna get that far, but the plan for this car is to go into, you know, low 500 horsepowers. So we'll see if we can get there with this. So I'm gonna keep working on this, and I'll show you guys the rest of the way. Alright, so I got this whole area finished up. The only thing that's missing is the clamps, and I'm working from the back towards the front because the way this is done, you can't really take off this section without taking out the front first. You know, it's like a chain reaction. So I'm starting from the back towards the front, because the front I got the possibility of removing a pipe without messing with the rest. So you got a joint right here with a bracket holding it to the chassis, so it makes that whole thing strong right there, and not rely on the copper to hold it up. This one right here, gotta take it off because I gotta add a blow-off valve right here. And you see the 90 right there? That's my opportunity to remove a pipe without taking out the rest of the other cooling pipe all the way down there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead, take this guy out, put a blow-off valve in it, and then finish up the rest of the exhaust, you know, the intercooler pipe. Put the clamps on it, the whole thing, and then that'll be finished up. All right, she's all done over here. Got the blow-off valve welded and installed. I got that pipe going down. I'm just missing this one over here, which is chilling on the floor. The other side is installed. So in the meantime, so I can move the car around, I left this off so I can pop that pipe out, and the car will run NA with no boost, just because it's not tuned yet. I'll listen till I get the bigger injectors on, and then game over. I have to get it tuned no matter what. So for now, that's gonna stay like that. So I'm gonna move on to the back now, so I can fabricate the wastegate dump. I went ahead and put the filter on. You can see that big boy. So I'm gonna go ahead now and fabricate that pipe that's gonna come out of the wastegate here this way and to a tip here. This is pretty cool. From the back you can't tell that it's turbo unless you get really low and you start seeing some stuff. All right, so now I need to come up with a solution for the second tip, and as I mentioned, I'm gonna use the wastegate for that, which I already have this guy sort of mocked up here, coming this way, and then it's gonna go from that size to a 3-inch to a tip. So it's gonna look like it's got dual exhaust, but it really doesn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on the tip. Here we go, dual tip exhaust done. I gotta put some hangers on them, but for the most part they're done. And they are pretty adjustable since everything is on V-Man, so I wanna get it dialed in because there's gonna be a Nismo bumper in here, so I'm hoping that the holes are in the same location. If not, I'm gonna have to rotate them a little bit, but hopefully I don't have to cut anything off. Yeah, so I'm done out here. The only thing left to do is to change the fuel pump, put injectors on, and get this thing tuned. All right, next up we're gonna be doing some fuel injectors, spark plugs, and we're also gonna put a bigger fuel pump in the tank. There are the two fuel rails. I'm gonna go ahead and take those out, swap the injectors, and that'll be it. And then moving on to spark plugs. Well, I ran out of battery, so I had to keep going without recording. I did the spark plugs already. We had Denzos in there. I put NGKs, one step colder, which is what you need for boosted applications. And fuel rails out, as you can see, those are the factory injectors, the orange ones. We're gonna ahead and put in C1 Motorsport injectors. I believe they're 1000 cc. And yeah, I'm gonna put those in and get the fuel rail back on. All right, injectors are installed, and we're not running a return on this system, by the way. I know that's the right way to do it, but this is a budget bill after all. We're gonna run it as is. We are upgrading the fuel pump that's inside the tank to a Wabro 450. So hopefully the extra flow is gonna, prevent us from running a return. Again, we're not looking to go for a crazy amount of power. We're gonna run it as is. If we do end up needing more fuel, then we're gonna go ahead and add the return. For now, that's how it's staying. Now that I'm here, I'm also gonna do the coolant bypass to the throttle bodies. I'm gonna delete that because we're in Florida. We don't need that. That's just getting the air extra hot for no reason. So we're gonna go ahead and cancel that. And yeah, put all this mess back together. Another thing that needs to be replaced is the map sensor. Here we got the stock one, and we need to put this one on. I believe this is a 3-bar map. Might be a 4-bar, I can't remember now. But yeah, it needs to be upgraded because these things are not meant to measure anything in positive pressure. So we're gonna go ahead and put this one on. And it goes right here on the intake manifold. Just like that, it is 100% complete. The only thing I'm missing here It's an oil catch can that's gonna be somewhere on here, and this is gonna be vented to atmosphere. There's no more vacuum connected to it, and it's a good thing that we're doing it that anyway, because the PCV failed on this thing and it's already sucking oil through. So that was great that we're eliminating that altogether. You can see here we got the intercooler routed up and down. There was no other way to make this work underneath. Some people run it below the subframe. I don't like that. This car is gonna be low. Not a good idea. So yeah, she's all back together. I'm gonna go ahead and put the bumper back on and jump on the inside to do the fuel pump, and also a boost cage that we're going to install, and that will be it. Load up a tune and get it going. So after talking with the tuner, we found out that these cars are able to get an electronic boost controller instead of the manual one. These are the provisions for it. I ran the wires to where we need to hook up on the engine, and all I'm going to do now is swap these for the electronic one and plug it in, and that will be good to go. The tank is full of E85. The pump is installed already, the Walbro 450, the Hellcat pumps. So yeah, she's ready to go, man. Alright, so we got her all started up on the base map. We're just letting it idle until it warms up so we can do some data logging on the idle, and he can tune out the idle because it's a little lumpy right now. But yeah, he'll get it ironed out, and then we're gonna go do some pulls. Alright, let's go test her out. Let's see how she does. By the way, she's still on base map, so we're gonna take it easy here. Man, she sounds good. Alright guys, we sent the logs out to get checked by the tuner. Tuner says they look pretty damn good. So that's a very successful test drive. Car did great. It's boosting 9 psi on spring pressure like it should. Everything looked good on the log, so we're gonna take it to the dyno next. So guys, if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up because there's more coming. I'll see you on the next one.